All right, welcome to the Dog Days podcast, everyone. Today we have all four of us here with you. That's Ben, Brendan, Shane, and Apostapa, otherwise known as Gedu. If you're listening consecutively, this is going to be the first time we have a real organized intro outside of me just saying, "And we are live." So I figured episode 20 is a good time to get a little more official with it, right?
This is not 20.
Wait, oh my God, you're right. It's staggered.
Just think about where we'll be when we get to episode 2000, though.
You can edit a computer voice saying the right number on top of me if you want to do.
Okay.
If you really want to.
This is episode 29.
So
For sure.
I wanted to start with something kind of interesting. I assume there's going to be some discussion about the Oscars happening.
Yes.
100%
But I wanted to say a fun little story from that. So we were at my parents' house on Sunday watching it with my parents, and Asia's mom was also in town. And literally in the middle of a commercial break, we're all not paying attention because it's commercials, except for I just happened to be looking at the screen and this AARP commercial came on, just some random harmless commercial, something you would never think twice about. And then in the middle of it, there's this one lady in it, and I was just like, holy shit, is that your Aunt Cindy to Asia? And she was like, what? I think so. And then no one else saw it. Asia's mom, who would have definitely been able to confirm, didn't notice. But then we found the commercial, and it actually is hers. And she had a line in it and everything, in a commercial during the Oscars, which is pretty fucking cool.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
I definitely was am I crazy? But that definitely looked like your Aunt Cindy. What the fuck? And then it actually was her.
I would have felt like I was in the Twilight Zone.
For real.
That'd be trippy.
Bro, what the fuck? That's one of those you'll never forget that happened. Whenever someone tells a story about has anyone ever been on TV? You're gonna tell that story.
Yeah, dude, I'm
awesome.
Famous. I know someone who was in an AARP commercial.
Bro, I have a funny story about that too. It's short, so it's not gonna.
Was your aunt also in an AARP commercial?
No. That'd be weird. I didn't even know what AARP is. So Neymar. Oh shit. So Neymar has this soccer competition that he hosts. I mean, I don't think he even comes here, but he has an institute that's named after him, and they host a soccer competition every year here in Santos. It's just 5v5, I think, and the winner gets some amount of money or something. But teams come from every country, not every country, but a few countries. And me and my friends were playing soccer on the beach 3 or 4 years ago. And then this group of clearly foreign people approaches us and goes hey, do you want to play us? We go yeah, sure. And then we start talking to them and they go oh, we're here for the tournament. We go, oh, cool. Where are you from? They say Peru. We go, oh, cool. And then we start getting nervous because if they're here for the tournament, they're probably fucking good. But then we start playing them and we literally beat them 10-0. It was easy. It was nothing. It was not. We're not even we're not close to professional. None of us could make it professional. And they were there for the fucking international tournament. They couldn't score a goal on us. And then there was a camera guy following them, probably from Peru also, who was he came to us and was can they score a goal on you guys just so I can record it? And we let them score the fucking goal.
No,
and then,
dude. I would have been fuck you, dude. No.
That was your opportunity. Oh my gosh.
Months later, we find the article about that Peruvian team going to Brazil for the Neymar tournament. We find that article online and they go oh yeah, this is a video of them playing in the beach in Santos. They beat a local team 1-0.
Oh my god.
And they
What
only
the
showed the
fuck?
fucking goal that they asked us to score.
Yeah, that's why I would have been like, nah, bro, what?
That's when you like make it look like they're about to score, and then you like dive in front of it and smack it away and do like the finger nod. Just
We should have
oh
done
man,
that's
Bro,
where
is-
you
is-
get some money from the coach to keep quiet about it.
exactly.
No.
Is libel legal in Brazil?
Yeah, we didn't even think about that. We could have made some money.
Bro, sue them for their
Bro, it's-
careers.
For real. Well, at least at the end of the day, you know, if all else fails, you can go pro in Peru.
That is true.
Exactly.
That
Oh,
is
man.
true.
Hey, is Peru like really shit at football, or
Not really.
I know. I mean, it's not in the same level as Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil, which are the top South American countries, but they're definitely like close to like Chile and Colombia and I forget Venezuela. Is that all? Bolivia. That's all of them.
there's just something in the air in Brazil, I guess, that just makes you destroy other South American countries at football.
Yeah. I guess.
So funny.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about the Oscars?
Hell yeah.
Let's do this.
All right. Let's not make it too long because Shane probably hasn't seen any of the movies. But
I'm just gonna
Did
do
you
a lot
watch-
of nodding and thumbs upping and agreeing with whatever anyone says. So I'm ready.
Did you watch the Oscars, Shane, or no?
I watched. I was listening to it while I was cooking a little bit.
Mm.
The funny enough, the only part I heard was when Mank won twice in a row, and I was like, "Wow, Mank's dominating." Turns out those were the only two things Mank won the entire night. So I had a really flawed idea of what was going on. So, who knows?
I would
also,
say-
do you cook for 3 hours, Shane?
I was making. All right, so we're gonna go into Shane cooking corner. So I was making chicken parmesan, but I was making a sauce from scratch. So I needed to like cook for like an hour.
Shit.
And
then,
Bro, pasta
and then I
sauce
was-
from scratch is the fucking best.
Amazing. First time I ever tried it. It was delicious. But then I was also throwing like other
Shit.
stuff in the oven. It was a whole rotating system I had going on, and the Oscars were on in the background. And then Brendan walked out, and I guess they changed the order of things. And Brendan was like, "It's
Yeah.
over?" And I was like, "I guess,
Yeah.
man. I wasn't really watching."
Yeah.
You know, it'd be
That's
funny if we
okay.
just didn't talk about the Oscars and all and just kept going into side stories.
We can. That option's still on the table, like my food was.
But
But
so what do you
Oscars.
guys think about like the tax? No, okay, yeah, ask you talk.
I liked first things first. I liked the new format. It's much more informal. I get that it's like a need-based like change, but I think I'm not gonna say it's here to stay because I think people like the lavishness and the like kind of like
Yeah.
glamour. But like
They
it
have
was
to do
dope.
it
Like
this year, that's why.
yeah, but I thought it was dope. I don't know why, but changing the order of things kind of made it less formal. And also I don't know how to call that, but the design of things that were showing in the screen and stuff was very informal too. I like that.
And then they just had Questlove posted, just playing random songs. That's
Yeah.
the best.
love
Yeah,
that.
I it was nice that they interspersed some like the bigger awards, you know, among the whole show. Although that caused me to miss Best Supporting Actor, I think, unfortunately, whatever. But I think.
Oh, was that Daniel Kaluuya? That was right.
Yeah. When he said something about his
Bro.
parents having sex, and then it cut to his mom's
Bro.
face.
That was crazy. That was completely off the rails, bro. He was talking and like he really didn't know what to say. Like at some point he was just like, man. And then like he was thinking. He was coming up with stuff to say.
I mean, you're up there giving like an Oscars acceptance speech. Like, I would definitely be like, "What the fuck do I say right now?" Was it his first Oscar?
Yeah,
Was he
Definitely.
nominated for Get Out?
probably.
I have to assume, yeah. I don't remember what.
All right.
He's been in a bunch. Yeah. Did you guys watch the like part where they had like it was like a game where like he was like walking around asking people like trivia about movies. Did you all miss that? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. Like, it was like in a boring stretch of the awards, and I don't know. I really don't know why they did it. I think it was like filling time because something fell through, and so he was like walking to like different people in the audience and asking them like trivia questions and shit, and it was just super super awkward. I can't believe you guys didn't see this. It was like the worst part of the show.
Imagine people who like make a living in Hollywood acting and directing and producing and everything else, and they don't know their like movie trivia.
Yeah, it was well, there was like one that was staged, and it was the lady that's gonna be like in the Cruella de Vil movie, and he asked her some like song, like about some song that like white people just wouldn't know. It was like, you know, one of those things. And then she was like, "Oh, like, are you talking about like?" She like said the band, like the year it came out, and then he's like, "Do you know the dance?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she like, it was like this old white lady doing this, like she's like twerking from like some '90s song. It was insane. I don't know who produced this, but it had.
I think it was
moments.
Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah,
produced the
yeah,
Oscars.
true.
Interesting.
Something that really pissed me off is going on the comments of like the Oscars Instagram page. I didn't go on Twitter. Twitter's like probably even worse. And seeing people, I tend to think that it's people from outside of the United States because they were showing some really like confusion about it. But basically they were saying like, oh, like why does everything have to be about race and how so like culturally different people are and stuff? And I was like do you live in this world? Like in 2021, are you alive? Are you watching things that are happening? Are you like, do you have friends? Do you have family? Like
I mean,
that's
100% like just like right wing trolls like commenting on shit, you know, like I don't know, like it's people being assholes on purpose. I don't think it comes from a place of like complete ignorance. It's just like those kind of people. They're like, "Oh, why does it have to be about race, bro?" Like
usually I think
shit about everything that's happening.
Usually I think it's right wing trolls, but this time it was like I don't know, it just seemed very it seemed very innocent the way they were asking those questions. And that led me to thinking like I don't think the US is really like that far off and like where they stand and how they talk about shit. Like, am I the weird one, or are people who are just like living without considering social injustice, are they the weird ones? I think I'm not the weird one.
Unfortunately, the strongest opinions are very often the loudest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even unique to the Oscars, dude. I mean, as a similar example, if you ever, what the NHL does, the Hockey League does like once a year is the teams like adjust their logos to have like pride colors. And it's like the San Jose Sharks stand with like, you know, the LGBTQ community and like, and we're going to wear like these special jerseys to promote like awareness and stuff. The comment section of any team who posts that is always full of people going like, why does this have to be in hockey? And it's just, dude, it is crazy how pervasive it is. Any comment section of anything regarding like race, sexuality, it always gets like that. I have no idea why, but again, I think just for some reason, there's a lot of people who are looking to have an issue with it, even though it should be like a common sense thing. Like, oh, it's okay, cool. It really, your reaction should be cool. This hockey team's doing a nice thing, or cool. Movies are trying to be more aware and get a more diverse perspective on things. But you know, a lot of people don't see it that way, sadly.
I feel like a lot of people base their personality around me like I don't give a shit. Like I refuse to put in the effort to give a shit.
Yes.
So they're just like why is it about race? Like, yeah, no, it's fucking lame.
Right.
It's like, how do those people even end up watching the Oscars? Like literally, it's like this is not new. Like last year was Oscars so white. Like It's
Yeah.
been this way for a very long time.
Their top movie of last year was like Godzilla versus Kong or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, I love movies. I'm gonna watch the Oscars. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't understand how those two fit together.
I don't want to read while I watch my movie.
And meanwhile, like, not realize that it's gonna be that way. Like, give me a break.
Bro, that's a funny sketch if anyone wants to make that. The person that watched the Oscars because they watched Kong versus Godzilla and they liked it so much.
Like, someone, like,
I
make, like,
I know it's gonna sweep in it. Oh, how can I love that movie? And everything.
Anything you need in the movie.
Bro, that movie fucking sucked, by the way, if anyone was wondering.
Low key, I liked
Fresh
it,
in my
but
mind.
I'm just gonna say
it was fun, but it was also very stupid. and
oh,
campy.
from like a good movie perspective, not good. But I came into that movie wanting one thing: to see Godzilla and King Kong beat the shit out of each other, and I got exactly what I was looking for. It was really just, you know, that scene in Thor where like he has to find his hammer. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the Godzilla versus Kong with a giant monkey and a lizard.
Mhm. See, I went in really hoping that I would get to see King Kong scratch his big hairy gorilla ass, and that worked out too.
Yeah,
First
Really?
shot of the movie, baby.
Literally, the first 10 minutes gives you exactly what you want to see.
It was
Jeez.
so weird. Like it was like
Yeah.
it was King Kong waking up and like walking around and scratching his ass.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going
There's
on?
also
right
there's
now?
also a podcast in the movie which makes
Wow.
zero sense. It's
It's a podcast
it's
about Godzilla.
yeah, it's like whistleblower at a company, and he's like, but like he's whistleblowing in the most obvious way possible because he's doing a podcast that
Like,
apparently
my name
millions
is
of
this,
people
I
listen
work for this
to,
company and I'm giving you all
Yeah.
the information.
and somehow the company can't figure out who it is, even though it's probably the easiest thing you could do. But this company can also apparently build a giant Godzilla machine, and they can't figure out the
Spoilers.
IP address of who's posting podcasts. I don't know. It was a dumb movie, but sometimes I'm in the mood for a dumb movie.
I saw something
Yeah.
like someone pointed out that Millie Bobby Brown and like that that group of people she was with in the movie, like their entire plot line culminated in them dumping coffee on a machine.
Yeah,
That's
essentially,
it. Or dumping coffee on a
I-
computer.
that was the most pointless subplot I think I've ever seen in a movie.
It was literally there for like exposition, just to move the plot forward.
They were
That's
there
it.
to say cool things and point,
Mhm.
and that was about it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So that's
Bro, I
why
did-
I did
Godzilla
watch-
win.
I did watch Mortal Kombat, and that was actually pretty fun to watch. Again,
Okay,
really
that's
shitty
good.
and campy, but like, just, visually entertaining to watch.
Oh shit, yeah, that also came out. I remember. So, gyms opened back up here in Brazil.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know about the whole country, but we're like in São Paulo, they've been closed for like a month, and then they just opened up last week. And the guy that works at the gym as like a personal trainer for everyone at the gym, he, I mean, I love the guy. He's like really cool, but he has horrible taste in things. And he was like, bro, like, have you seen Godzilla versus Kong? I was like, no. Have you seen the extended version of Justice League? I was like, no. Have you seen the new Mortal Kombat? You have to have seen that. I was like, no.
This
I
guy
was like, bro,
he's a simple man.
bro,
So I respect
I'm
it.
that guy.
sit here and I'll tell you the whole plot of those 3 movies, and you will not be able to work out.
Technically,
Next
I
hour.
tell you the whole plot of all of them.
Wow.
I was trying to escape.
Dude,
Pull ups.
we watched a movie with Asian's mom the other night, and she like first we put on Dude, Where's My Car? And she was like, oh, this movie's so stupid, like I can't watch this right now. And
Classic.
then we watched this like old like shitty 90s movie called like Evolution, like literally like no name people in it. I don't know, it was like the corniest movie ever. I forgot where I was going with this story. Shit.
All right, was there another movie
That's-
you watched after that was also campy, or
Oh no, but she was like, this is a stupid movie. but this one's great, and it was the stupidest movie ever. I don't remember why I started telling this story, but yeah.
Brian and I watched this movie called Creep recently.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
dude,
good.
that movie's sick.
That's a really cool one. To the listeners out there, Creep is awesome. It's like it's like kind of like a found footage style movie, but it's with two actors the entire movie. The main guy, I'm blanking on what his name is. The dude carries the movie. It's a fun watch.
I remember what I was gonna say. We were watching this movie, and she literally like told us the plot of the movie, like right at the beginning. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna love this movie. Like this happens." I'm like, "Oh, okay, why? I'm not gonna watch this movie." I was like, "I just know what's gonna happen." Like removed any suspense. It was wild.
Yeah, people who tell you what's about to happen in the movie before it happens while you're watching the movie.
Yeah, dude.
They don't understand movies. Right. No further. Wait, what's the fucking phrase? With no further.
No further
With
questions.
no further. No, with no further ado. Is that the fucking phrase?
Without further ado.
Without further ado. Yes.
Without further ado.
fucking language. Best picture. Let's only talk about things that we have something to talk about. I don't think like Nomadland winning best picture is like surprising at all. They could have gone for Sound of Metal.
I thought it was kind of an underdog. I thought when we discussed it, we were like, "No way is that one gonna win."
People were kind of leaning Minari. I feel like, but I feel like Nomadland winning is, and I know we said this before, but in any other normal year, Nomadland would not have won Best Picture. It's a guarantee. That movie I did not enjoy that much personally.
I saw something really interesting about that movie. I saw a lot of people pointing it out. Like, was that people who actually have experience with these nomad people in real life? Like, the one thing the movie completely washed over and ignored was that they're all like rabid Trump supporters and like super racist and like xenophobic. Like, it's insane. And this movie's like, oh, it's this wholesome group of wacky old hippies that are just, living in their trailers. But like, no, they're just a bunch of like Trump supporters living in their van. It's, I don't know.
Yep.
It completely like turned around like my view in the movie. I was like, oh fuck, well,
I didn't think
not
that's
awesome anymore.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of movies like that, they tend to be very careful about what details they leave in.
Yeah, because it wasn't really a political movie. I guess it was like made Amazon look pretty shitty, but like I just genuinely didn't think that the plot moved at the right pace. And I didn't feel like the dialogue was very genuine between the characters. I thought Frances McDormand was really, really great in it, but she's great in everything. And she won Best Actress, didn't she?
Yeah, that woman is eccentric, to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To put it lightly. She seems interesting. Like, she'd be fun to talk to and hang out with.
Yeah.
I
could understand it winning Best Directing, though. In a way.
Did it?
Maybe not.
Chloe Zhao, yeah. I was super happy for her. That was, I think that was her second movie.
I did think that it was like pretty beautifully shot. I will give it that credit. Like, I thought the visuals were pretty stunning.
I think, did it win cinematography or did Mank win cinematography?
I think that's the part where I heard Mank won.
I bet you Mank won.
The one that I like, that pissed me off. I was like, oh, of course the fucking Academy eats that shit up. They're like, oh, it's black and white. It's so good. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Is it?
I'm kind of. I have to say, I'm kind of like the only movie that I really liked that didn't get almost didn't get any love was Sound of Metal. They won, I think, sound editing or something.
Oh,
I think the category was just
they
best
won sound mixing or editing or something. Yeah.
It was just sound. This year they changed it. It was just like best sound.
That's interesting.
Did
I kind of like
that
better though, because they always have to describe like, here's the difference between mixing and editing, and
yeah.
And I guess like it's.
I wish
like they are two different awards, but they could just be one award, best sound.
Yeah. So I kind of wish they'd gotten like something else, but other than that, like cinematography went to Mank. I mean, kind of.
I
a
really
given.
liked Best Supporting Actress going to the grandma from Minari.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
dope.
Dude, and she was funny, like, if anyone else has seen Minari, like, she just played herself in the movie. It is great. It's like a fun old lady. She was like trying to flirt with Brad Pitt afterward.
It's funny how much screen time
fucking-
they gave Riz Ahmed during the Oscars for the fact that like Sound of Metal only won like one Oscar and it wasn't Best Actor.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Also, Anthony Hopkins not being there is like understandable, right? Because of like the circumstances. But it just made the decision, which I'm so not supportive of, to like make the night finish on Best Actor in a leading role. I thought that was just so stupid.
It's because the producers they had to like write this ahead of time, like for the most part, and they didn't know the results when they were writing the show, so they fully expected Chadwick Boseman to get the award for Best Actor. So they're like, oh, we'll put this at the end, and it's gonna be
As a
like this
tribute.
big emotional moment. His wife was gonna accept it on his behalf and give a speech, and it was gonna be big. I fully expected it to happen. Like I thought that for sure it would happen, and then it just went to Anthony Hopkins, which only the voters knew, and like so the producers just didn't know. And so it just goes to Anthony Hopkins, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" And he's like not even there.
That would have been annoying, even if it wasn't the last award of the night. Just because you would think Chadwick Boseman would have won that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Then it just ended like nothing. He was like, "It goes to Anthony Hopkins. All right, bye."
Dude, they started rolling the credits, and I was like, "Why would they be rolling the credits right now? Like, maybe they're doing the credits, and then they're gonna come back and then do it." And then they come back to like these two guys sitting in like love seats talking to one another, and I'm like the post-Oscar party. I'm like, this isn't a party, bro. This is you guys. I'm still at home.
Yeah. By that logic, us watching them was a party.
Yeah.
This is a date.
Be
Party
jealous of all these
sucks.
Hollywood celebrities hanging out and eating cocktails.
Eating cocktails.
Yeah, honestly, it should have gone to either Boseman or Hopkins. Like, they were the best performances, I think. Watching both movies, I think Chadwick was better because like have you guys seen Ma Rainey?
No.
It was just crazy. Like it was a very theatrical performance. That movie's basically like a play, and it's very crazy. And like Anthony Hopkins has like Alzheimer's, so like his performance is very like
Wait, does he in
hard
real
also.
life? Or
No.
I was like, what?
movie.
Okay.
So like it's fuck, like it should have gone to Boseman. It's just like it's a crazy performance. It's really good. But I like that Promising Young Woman got Best Original Script. That was cool.
Bro, I didn't know Bo Burnham was in that until that clip.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. His character is very interesting in the movie. I like that Druck got Best Foreign Movie. I
Which
really
one
like
was
the
that?
ending of that movie. It's a Danish movie. It's the one Brennan and Gus were talking about, where the guys kind of do a social experiment where they try to see if they can, if they get a better experience out of life by being like mildly drunk every day.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? I need to watch this.
Is that called Another Round?
Yeah, it's called Druck Another Round, I think.
They're doing a remake.
Druck is the original movie.
They're doing a remake of that with Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
Yeah. That's happening.
Oh, that's cool. But the movie, it's cool, so I was happy about that.
Okay, cool.
Chloe Zhao was surprising.
Did you
And
see that
Frances
mainland China basically said nothing about it? They basically like came
Really?
out and they were like, hopefully she'll mature at some point. That's what they said.
What?
They basically said that like her winning this award has made it even more difficult for like the cultures of like China and United States to become like together as one.
Why?
Wouldn't that be a good thing for that?
That's what you would think, but the mainland China does not agree. They see her as anti like CCP.
That's funny.
Yeah, good. What?
Yeah. But yeah, they literally, like in South Korea, I'm pretty sure they hyped it up when Bong Joon-ho won. Like China did not hype up Chloe Zhao at all.
And Francis, this is a question I have for you. Is Francis? I was too young to witness when Daniel Day-Lewis was like the hottest thing ever, and like he is arguably the best actor of all time. I think Francis McDormand has kind of became, or Daniel Day-Lewis.
Frances
I
McDormand.
think,
How,
like,
how many
she's-
Oscars has she won? Is this her second?
Second or third, I don't know if she won one before through billboards, but anything she's in is going to be good. She is just really respected. Like
It's
Daniel
because she's
Day-Lewis.
so freaking good at acting.
Yeah,
Like she is on like
that was a hot
another
take.
level. What? That's a hot. No, it's not, bro. She's just good. She's good.
Okay.
What did you guys think of Joaquin Phoenix coming out to announce Best Actor too?
It was so awkward.
Yeah.
He did not give a fuck. He could not be bothered to be there. I think like someone said he knew, like he saw the result, he knew it was gonna be underwhelming. It's just like fuck it, I just get this over with. I don't care. I don't need to be charming.
That's what I wonder too if he knew the results, and that's why.
I think so, yeah. I think they know before they like open it.
But yeah, is it normal that the previous winner announces the next year's winner, or was that just for?
They always do that. Yeah, they always do that.
I never connected the dots on that until just now.
For you guys,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Zola.
Oh
Zola.
yeah. Oh my god.
It's gonna be sick.
Oh my god.
Have you not heard of this, Brian?
I just.
No, explain it.
Oh,
Oh, is this with?
Bro.
This is okay. Yeah. No, I have seen the trailer for this, but still explain it.
it's based on like a Twitter thread. Like this woman, like she posted a whole thread. She posted a story, this crazy story about like going to Florida with some like stripper that she like just met. And like it turns into this like crazy like just series of events happening with like, just different criminals and stuff. I don't know. It's like crazy. Perfect material for a movie. So like people were like, "Oh, make this a movie. You gotta make this a movie." A24 picked it up, and yeah, it's like just a screenplay based on that series of tweets that this woman told. It's crazy.
Bro,
Pretty
a
unique way to
woman-
write a movie.
A woman in Detroit, and excuse me, a woman in Detroit literally wrote like a few hundred tweets, got famous, and now like two people that were in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom are portraying like her and her acquaintance in a movie, like legit actors. Oh, the other, like the white girl in the story is going to be played by Elvis Presley's grandkid.
What?
Is
Wow.
just fucking insane. Like look at what she accomplished out of a few hundred tweets.
Dude, imagine if like you tweeted about what if you went through like Chubby's tweets and you made a movie out of that, like that nonsense.
That I don't know. That would be a very disjointed experience.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Bro, it's
How
I
cool is
just
that?
like I'd seen the teaser, but I was just like, oh, okay, like A24 is doing A24 shit. I didn't know about the thread. So last month I read the thread for the first time, and literally nothing that I've read on the internet has gripped me more than that fucking thread. It's just fucking enthralling.
It's insane. Like it's like a very unique case of like a very legitimately interesting like story, like something that would be a story in a movie, like happening to someone in like a unique way of portraying it. It's like I don't know. It's a cool little like I don't even know what to call it. Thing.
And some parts aren't even true, but like it doesn't matter. It's her like imagination that matters more.
It's all about the story at the end.
Yeah.
And so
Brandon?
Isn't A24, are they the distribution group? Because it also shows that this company, Killer Films, produced it.
Yeah, A24 is a distributor for some products and is a producer for other products, and in some cases they're both. They might not have produced this one.
Because
They
it
might have
says
just.
that the company that produced this also produced First Reformed.
Two very
Which is
different
kind of
movies.
random, but also very cool.
Yeah, First Reformed is really good.
Oh, they gave a date for the Green Knight. It's coming out July 30th. I'm so excited for that movie. The
You
movie's gonna
I've
be
been
really
waiting for
excited
that shit for
movie.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I have something that I wrote down in my Dog Days podcast notes, like maybe like 2-3 months ago, and it's been sitting here, and I just want to get it out of the way. If it doesn't work, I'll cut it out. It doesn't matter. I just have to say this. If you guys don't understand it, ask away. Ask any questions you want. So this is a thought I had. Humans measure their cosmic relevance, so like their how important we are, how rare we are, in terms of like how rare it is that we're self-conscious and other animals aren't. So like we say like, oh, like I can kill this ant, or like I can kill this, I don't know, I can do bad things to other animals, but it doesn't matter because they're not, they don't think that they're not self-actualizing beings. But I started thinking, what if just like a line is a 2D object and a square is a line is a 1D object, a square is a 2D object, and a cube is a 3D object, and then there's 4D which we can't see. What if self-realization and like consciousness, self-consciousness is the philosophical version of 3D, of 3 dimensions? It's something that we can see and we can assess. But what if there's like a higher level of being that is more a higher level of something that we can value, that we can't even conceive of, but is more important than self-realization? And to those beings, we are just like the ants and the cats and the fish. Like, what if there's something even more rare than knowing we exist and knowing how the world works? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would probably treat us like ants, bro.
I would say like that would be the equivalent of God. Like that's
Essentially.
exactly what a God is, like a higher form of being that we can't understand. Like, yeah.
And there's like, it sounds like some like biblical stories too, where, you know, like God will get angry and then like he like throws a bunch of people down like a crevice, and everyone's like, oh my God, and he was like, well, they're annoying me, you know. Like it is so there's like a lot of stories like that where they kind of hit that exact plot line of like when a higher consciousness doesn't view lower beings to the same relative importance. It's a trippy thought. It feels comfortable being at the top of it, but when it would be scary to think about that, you know.
Yeah,
and there's like an alien species or something that like viewed us as just like animals or something. That's creepy to think about.
And what intrigued me with this thought is, I mean, we all think of, oh shit, what if there's higher forms of life and they're gods to us and we're nothing to them? Like, we all know that thought. We've all like thought that at some point. But like what intrigued me was, what if our whole thing, so like our human collective thing that we can all agree on is we can all think. Like, I think, therefore I am. Like, that's basically how we define human beings. What if that's not even like important outside of the earth? What if that's not even important? Like, what if there's something else that's important? Like, being completely sustainable and like not fucking like using the resources of the planet wastefully. Like, what if there's something else that we can't even conceive of that is actually the definition of us that we can't see? Like, we're just falsely assessing the value of things and the value of beings this whole time.
It's a loaded question.
A lot of questions, and I'm also very distracted by Shane's friend in the camera here. Good visual gags on our podcast. Yeah.
Peak of humor. But that's interesting. You raise an interesting point. I feel like where if we were able to kind of be sustainable and put aside our kind of like cosmic like stuff that seems petty from like a human survival perspective, if we were able to put all that aside and really come together, then maybe you take that next step up a rung as like a species, so to speak.
What if, like, we say we define ourselves as thinkers? We are humans because we think. Like, fish don't think. What if that's just not true? Like, what if we don't think as much as we think we think?
Yeah, I think it's
And what
very
if, like,
possible.
what if, like, fucking fish think as much as we do? Like, or in a smaller
Animals,
amount, but, like,
Bro, what if
animals
fish
do
do
think.
math? Fish do math, bro. What if?
Animals do think though. They do think. They just don't perceive the world as much as we do. Like, I would say, like, most of our consciousness comes from our ability to perceive the things around us and make decisions upon those perceptions, right? And like build memories and like structure in our lives based on like the way that we can perceive the world around us. But like, let's say we were able to get like a brain chip, which allowed you like to access the internet with your thoughts. Like, you would become more conscious. Like, we're talking about there would be a higher being, like people in a future where they can think the internet, right? Which is, becoming more and more a possibility. Those people will be of a higher consciousness than the previous humans, right? But
That would be tricky.
interesting question though is like, do you think that we're more conscious than people who lived in the, let's say, like AD, like 2,000 years
probably
ago?
not. I don't think so. We're more knowledgeable of stuff. Like, I mean,
You don't think that we're more
like,
conscious now that we
I don't-
know how like the universe operates, and like the fact that like the sun is in the center of a solar system and we're just in a galaxy?
Well, that's knowledge. That's not
Conscious is different, yeah.
Yeah, like human beings back then would think the same way we do. They had different worldviews, of course. Like, they're different in crazy ways. You look how religion used to be treated versus how it is today for the most part. Like, it's insane. Like, people, like, religion was like the core thing in their life, and like they based their entire life around it. It's fucking nuts. So like, they would be very out of place, but they would be just as conscious and like capable of like learning things and stuff.
I'm willing to
Brandon.
bet, like, if you took like a baby that was like born around that time and like time traveled theoretically, and like the kid was like raised like in 2010, it'd
Absolutely.
probably grow up pretty normal.
I wish we could do that experiment. That would be sick.
I feel like, because like Brandon, like we talked about before, I mean, humans adapt to their surroundings pretty quickly, and that kid would just be raised in 2010, and then that would be that. I don't think there'd be that much of a noticeable difference besides a really cool movie plot out of it.
You know what?
Brandon.
That baby does exist, and it's the baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Brandon, are you currently in the International Space Station, like facing the sun?
I know, bro. It's so goddamn.
Do you have like blinds? That's crazy.
Yeah,
And the listeners
gonna-
are not going to understand why.
He's gonna walk out of the room with like a sunburn on half of his face.
Yeah, we should have a segment where we do just all visual gags and just laugh to ourselves. It'd be great.
I mean, that's more reason to check out our YouTube and
That's true.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
name drop our
it's
YouTube
bonus
and
content,
Instagram.
bro. We're
There you
dropping
go.
bonus content on
Dog
the
Days
team.
Pod at Dog Days Pod on Instagram. Follow us. We won't be
I'm a prop
disappointed.
comedian now.
Guys, I also I think so. We've reached as much of a conclusion in the discussion that Gedu started as we can. But I also have a really deep thing to talk about. Okay, just
All right.
hear me out here.
Let's hear it.
Human
Shane,
beings
in the middle of it, can you do some prop work?
Yeah, I'll
Okay, yeah.
get creative with it.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's
Oh,
a king
true.
to a god? But what's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
Bro, it's Kanye.
Actually,
Kanye's-
it was Frank, but you know,
Oh.
Yeah.
a true
Bro,
modern
it's-
day prophet.
That's
Oh,
a
a
king.
king. Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, but what's that
Very
piece to a
good.
god, bro? Shane is the god right now, and then that's the king.
And what's the nutcracker? This is great, guys.
The,
Keep this
the
going.
non-believers, the nutcrackers, the non-believers.
It's like a
Us.
it's like a book. The listener can piece together the story in their head. It's fun.
Bro, not to get too silly, but I watched the Kanye Coachella 2011 set while high, and it was something else. You can just like see pre-burnout Kanye, how creative it was, and how engaged with like stage design he was. And it was right after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, so like he had all these great like melodic stuff going on. And like he was exploring fucking voice, what's that thing called? Autotune. Yeah. He still had all his energy from before he like started taking medicine and shit.
Could
It's just a
as someone
great
who
set.
doesn't know a ton about his music and or him as a person, when did he kind of go off the deep end? Was it like a sudden thing, or was it just one of those things where
It
it's
was
kind of
pretty-
gradual and
it
got
was-
worse?
It was pretty sudden.
After the life of Pablo, I think the life of Pablo was kind of like transitionary, I would say.
And it was
Gotcha.
also spurred by an event. It was after his mom died.
I think. Wait, did he? I think his mom died earlier. I think his mom died in like. Let me check that out.
There's a specific lyric that I always like remember. It stands out to me. It's like deep depression when my mama passed, suicide. What kind of thought is that? Like I don't remember what song that is, but that time that like dates it.
It's 2007 she died, so it's very long. Like,
I think that's when it
Even
started.
before-
Because honestly, he was starting to get a little bit wild after, like, even before Jesus, I felt.
yeah,
Jesus was a little out there when it came out, I
He
think.
literally has a song on there called "I Am a God."
yeah.
It's
The
both
thing
statement.
is, I feel like with Jesus, like for some reason, it's aged into itself. Where like it's like I didn't like it when it came out because it was like it was different from other stuff he did. Maybe it was a maturity thing on mine. I don't know. But like Jesus is solid. Like it's got some good stuff on there.
I think. I mean, okay. It's a few different things. The first one is, he's one of the first suburban rappers to really climb to the top of the charts. Like before him, if you look at like 50 Cent or Pete, I mean, I don't know about Pete Diddy. I haven't like listened to much of his shit, but like the stuff from the decade prior, like Tupac and Biggie and shit, it was all like street wise rappers, and like they try to seem cool by being street people. And Kanye was like more of like, I'm not struggling at all. I'm just like, I just want to talk about like shit that happens in life. And then he always had this kind of like, I'm really fucking good at what I do. Because from a very young age, he was like working as a producer in like very famous people's records. So he had like an ego problem from the beginning. He was like set to like be an egotistical like person. But then I think like being with the Kardashians all day kind of like brought it up a notch. I think kind of like made him lose a sense of like reality a little bit.
Yeah,
'Cause
he doesn't.
if you look at
reality.
Kanye, if you look at Kanye pre Kim Kardashian, he's like weird and he's like megalomaniacal, but like he is basically only involved in like music shit and like fashion a little bit with the shoes. But post Kim, I mean, that's what everyone thinks of when you think of Kanye now. It's like the addictions and the weight gain and Trump and shit like that. It's all post Kim. So I
mean,
think the people he's around haven't helped him.
Well, yeah, think
all.
about it. It's actually kind of crazy, and I've never really like thought about it this way before. But like, he's a kid from like the south suburbs of Chicago, or I don't remember south side or south suburbs. That like now he's living like a billionaire lifestyle. Like, you know, within what 30 years less, whatever his career has been. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know, how do you adjust to that? you got to go a little crazy.
Name one
Yeah.
genius that ain't crazy.
Yeah.
And I imagine
think-
too,
I
if
mean-
he's got stuff going on, you know, sometimes it helps to have a lot of money because you can then afford the resources to help handle it. But on the flip side, sometimes having a lot of money allows you more access to things that really don't help or make it worse, and that might be the case too.
Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that he is bipolar. Like, he's talked about it and stuff. Yeah, like that also, like being bipolar and suddenly having access to a shit ton of money, like being manic and like, you know, shit's gonna go crazy. Like, it's not a good combination. It's really gonna make it worse. So yeah,
And like they recorded him at TMZ during a fucking breakdown. Like, he's basically like a very sick person mentally. And he goes to fucking TMZ, like the worst possible fucking place for a celebrity with mental issues. And they have the whole recording of that happening. Like, it's basically a fucking storm of shit.
Yeah,
I can't believe that Elon Musk and Kanye West like hung out that one time. Like, and then Kanye West ran for president and was like, "Yeah, Elon Musk backs me." And then Elon Musk was like,
"Yeah."
Right, there's this picture. I'm gonna try to find it. It's Kid Cudi, I think, Timothée Chalamet, and Kanye, and like a table sitting eating together.
Wait, what?
It's a very interesting mix of.
Well, I get Kid Cudi and Kanye being together, and then Timmy C just showed up and was like, "It's like, bonjour, friends. Let's hang out." But I wonder if he talks to the French. Wait, is he like French or is he just like?
I think he is French.
His like mom is French or something.
Because he speaks fluently.
I literally didn't know until this weekend that Daniel Kaluuya was British. Like, I don't know why I'm like outside of a movie.
He's the celebrity that most surprises you when you hear them talk for the first time outside of a movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think. Yeah.
It's
But
very,
bruh,
very stereotypical London accent. It's so funny.
Yeah. Mon.
Oh, bro, I don't.
Mon. I rewatched Call Me by Your Name, and Timothy is a lot better than I originally remembered.
Did you notice any weird cannibal undertones that you just didn't?
Was there any like Morse code where Timothy's like, "Guys, help"?
He's trying to eat my butt cheek.
I mean, Timothy at one point has a pair with some body fluids.
Yes.
I'm not a pair, Peach, with the body fluid in it, and he's like, "Please don't eat it, fucking weirdo." And he's just like, "No, I'm gonna eat it right now, bro." So yeah, it's kind of creepy.
No, he literally ate of Timothée Chalamet's essence. He was trying.
I actually haven't seen the movie still. It's on my bucket list, but I do think it would. I don't think it was quite acted out the way you did it, but I would love to see like a rendition of it where it is acted like where you did it. Bro, don't eat that, bro. That's fucking gross,
Nah, I'll
bro.
eat it, bro. Bro, just fucking let me eat the fucking peach, bro. Come on.
Bro,
Jared, kiss
call me
me,
by your
bro.
name, bro.
Bro,
All right,
if I
Elio.
called you by my name, wait, fuck. If I called you by my name, bro, would you call me by yours?
Yeah, let's try it out, bro. I don't know. Let's do it.
Let's try it out.
Hey.
Is that call? Is that Call Me by Your
much
Name by
better
the
movie.
Safdie brothers?
That's a much better version. I want to see that.
Hey, we're banging here. Hey.
Bro, I came in this extra large of Brooklyn pizza. Don't eat it, bro. He's like, I'm gonna eat the pizza, bro.
Bro, who came in this beach?
Oh, it circled back to Italian. Holy shit. They're in Italy.
Here we are. Call Me by Your Name. What a great movie.
Get at me, Safdie brothers. Get at me, Kevin
Bro.
Smith.
Brandon, remember? So the first and only time I ever saw, God damn, what's that movie called? Good Time.
Oh, that
Was
movie's so good.
I was coming out of like fucking 12-hour homework cram last minute, just focusing on doing the homework at ABU too at UCSD. I was very stressed out, and Brennan texted me like, "Hey, want to do something?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he picked me up at ABU too. We walked to what's that fucking lecture hall?
Oh, was it Lenin?
No, it was in Mir, but it wasn't Lenin. It was.
I know which one you're talking about. Fuck.
No, it wasn't Mir. Oh, shit.
It wasn't.
Damn,
I know
I
what you're
forget.
talking about. I thought for some reason I'm thinking Stevenson. It had the loop, right?
Stevenson, I think.
Wait, with the
Yeah,
loop? That what? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know.
It was in between Muir and ERC and
Peterson?
Warren. Peterson, I think.
Peterson loop, yeah.
Peterson. And then Brandon took me there, and it was empty. There were no lectures being taught there. And then he like winked at the custodian. He was like, and then we just like watched a Good Time there, like on a huge fucking screen
Bro, I missed that.
in like a
That's
lecture
sick.
hall.
That is actually
Yeah.
sick.
I used to watch like all my movies that way too, and it was so perfect because it's projected and it's like you're in a giant ass movie theater, but you're in total control.
Yeah, that was a great idea.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
The best was in Six College. Yeah, Six College. What was that one lecture hall with the really comfy chairs?
Pepper Canyon.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pepper
Canyon,
Canyon. You
bro,
could watch
yeah.
movies in there. It would be so nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that place was the best. Shit.
Only UCSD people will understand this, but the only lecture hall where I would prefer to watch it at home would be Leiden.
Yeah, bro, Lenin was.
Because that fucking shit is a prison cell, bro. It's the chairs are basically you're better off sitting on the floor.
Which people did, bro.
If your hydro flask falls, it's game over.
It's the loudest noise in human history.
I don't understand
falls.
how that
Yeah.
happened to so many people.
People, I think a lot, especially during like tests too, because you have like people have like their extra hydro flask and their notebooks everywhere, so people are kind of like frantically doing stuff. So it's easy. I think I've had it happen to me in that setting. Don't miss.
Do you know anyone has 2 hydro flasks?
2? That seems one not very weight efficient, and also that's a lot of water. That's
Imagine just
I
having
run
like
a problem
8
there.
hydro flasks. You could literally, I never did it, but like people would leave their hydro flasks at the front of like the classroom. Like you could go to any like lecture hall, and there's just like 8 hydro flasks that will be there for like multiple months.
Like, you know, it's weird. Theoretically, like if someone's taking an exam, you could just take their hydro flask and just probably walk away. No one would.
True.
Someone
with their
stole my
stuff?
hydro flask once.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy because no one know. They all look the same. It's just like I don't even know.
Yeah,
How
that's why I
really
like
keep track. Most people didn't have their names on it.
you got a sticker on it that you could recognize it by.
It's not smart.
But I'm not even talking during a test. I just mean like literally people would leave their hydro flasks in class, and then when people came to clean the room, they would move all of them to the front of the classroom, and then some of them would go the whole quarter without being claimed.
The nice ones got stolen apparently because that happened. One more thing I just want to mention really quick that I found out about this week and I had no idea it came out. Robert Pattinson was in a movie that just came out, like
no
wait,
way.
it didn't just come out. High Life. Wait, what the fuck?
Wait,
Someone
that
told
didn't
me it
just come
come out. Yeah, what the? Never mind.
But that
Okay,
movie's supposed to be really good. I want to see it. It's A24.
Yeah, I like hadn't heard
Which
of it.
movie?
It's called
High
High Life. I literally haven't heard of it till like
Oh
last week.
no, I saw it. I saw it like in theaters like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Was it? Would you recommend it? Is it worth it?
Bro, are you into weird movies at all?
Sure.
This
Oh,
one is very weird, bro.
Okay. Interesting. And it's
I mean, think of
8.4. I didn't even
a
know that.
movie that's as weird as this one, so then I can.
Is it weirder
compare
than Mother?
both, and you'll see if you like it. Shit, I can't really think of any. Oh fuck, I'm frozen.
Gedu, is
Yeah.
it weirder than Mother?
Good timing.
Great.
He's frozen. All right, should we just close it then?
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
oh,
Gedu,
oh.
can
Wait,
you
you
hear us?
back?
Can you hear
We'll
us,
edit
Gedu?
this out.
This is very cryptic.
Should
All
do.
right,
We
he's
can
saying
see.
something Morse code. He's knocking with his knuckles. What does he say?
I don't. Oh, he's back. All right.
Were you waiting for my response? Okay, let me say it real quick. It's good, but it's really fucking weird. Like, fuck, like, kind of. You're not really sure how to feel about the movie after you leave it, but like, I think overall it's a good movie experience, but it's just really fucking weird.
Gedu, is it weirder than Mother?
Oh, okay, that's a good comparative. I think it is weirder than Mother. Because Mother, you know what the allegory is from the beginning, kind of.
They did eat a baby.
Like Mother Earth. And High Life is just fucking. You're not even sure, like, years later what that fucking thing was about. But yeah, I suggest you watch it because I like weird shit.
All right. And with that, conversation done. This has been the Dog Days podcast. I have been Ben. Go get your vaccine, please.
All right, I've been Gedu, and once again, I have to remind our Hong Kong listeners to step it up because they were at 2% of our listener base, and I'm probably pissing Shane off right now. They're at 2% of our listener base. They're now at 1%. So you only have one more shot. If you drop again, you're at 0%. You get no recognition. And we're going to start doing a Turkey news thing because they're also at 1%.
Oh, all right.
But the Hong Kong news of the day is Hong Kong vaccine bubble faces chaotic start. Bar trade players warn. 40 minutes ago.
Wow.
How did you do?
Well, I'm still Shane, and
Coach Shane.
yeah, like Ben was saying earlier, who is what is the term? Who's a god to a king? I don't know the song. Be a king. This is all we're trying to say.
That's you should be going for Frank Ocean's career, dude. You said it way better.
I've been Brennan. Go follow us on Instagram at DogDazepod, DogDazepod. first 100 followers will get hugs and kisses from Ben. So, definitely be in that elite group.
And we'll let you listeners know when Brandon's back on Earth, because right now he's orbiting the Earth at a very high speed. You don't need to be concerned. He's safe.
All right, toodaloo, boys.
Brandon, watch out!
This is where you stop the recording.